I think in the U.S. it's a lot harder. I think the opportunities in the U.S. today, because of how well the economy is doing, you still have opportunities, they're just less.
Didn't you totally hit a home run with your energy deals that you
That's actually worked out extremely well.
And when was that last year at this conference?
That was last year or the year before. We started investing pretty early.
In a big way. You raised $1 billion for that.
Yeah, we've raised a couple billion.
Couple billion
that's actually
energy,
worked out well. So that's done
like
good.
Annualized to what? Buying another basketball team? I mean, what's it mean? Give me an idea what it means.
Maybe I could hopefully get to LA. Yeah.
Maybe. All right. So the U.S. Now, we alluded to some of your comments about the biggest risk to the U.S. markets being the Democrats taking over in 2018. I think that's funny that you're saying that, because after years and years, I've been talking to you. I see you, down south sometimes.
Right.
I've been trying to bring you into the fold. I have no luck. Have you finally come to your senses in terms of which party should be running things, or?
No, I think Democrats would probably do a good job, but I think the risk that you have out there today is when we look at Congress today, they seem to be supporting pretty much anything President Trump does.
Is that good?
You can argue it back and forth.
But for business, it might be good.
For business, it's good. For business, the fact that everything is remaining the same, that the economy's fine, that there's no real issues.
So you don't want, Becky was kind of kidding, you don't want to watch the world burn if some bad stuff, let's say Congress takes the House and there's impeachment proceedings. That's not, is that something you'd want for distressed situations to reemerge?
No. As an American?
No.
What I would like is stability, and you want the economy to keep doing well.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, go elsewhere. Look in Brazil or something.
Right. From a business standpoint, I'd like a little bit more chaos.
Yeah.
I'd like a little bit more issues. But you sort of wait and see what happens. I just think if Congress shifts, you'll have more investigations, you'll have more issues, and from a business standpoint, I think then people start stepping back. That's what's going to happen.
Although what I will say that I've heard from business leaders, particularly with all of the issues that the Department of Justice has weighed in on, is, look, uncertainty in terms of what is the rule of law when it comes to mergers and acquisitions. What should they be doing? What should they not?
I actually agree with that. And they're trying to figure it all out. It seems like that where they are today is totally different where they were yesterday and where they're going to be tomorrow. Everybody just
and that
wants
it's a bit capricious depending on who's applying to do what.
And who he's mad at.
Right.
Yes. So those are issues.
I mean, I want to get to all these things. You know, Andrew, he's a Bitcoin guy.
I know he is. I want to talk about that. Can we go there right now?
We can go there. I think the Facebook stuff is interesting. You're mad about what happened there, I guess, right? You are looking for some way of reining that company in. I mean, the valuation wouldn't stay where it is if it were a utility. You've stated maybe it's
right. I just thought there were issues at the time, and you get into this whole privacy issue. So the question, I think, for Facebook ends up being, how should we hold them accountable, or should we not? That's really it. I mean, to me.
And so what's the answer?
Look, at the end of the day.
When you say accountable, how do you hold them accountable if that's what you want to do?
That's not what I want to do. I think at the end of the day, that's the question that you've got to determine. And you can't sort of say, if you're Facebook, look, we're going to allow anything to be printed, to be said, and it's not our fault. And that's fine. If that's the model that people want, I think that's fine.
But doesn't it appear that that's the model that the public
It does
wants?
appear. That's exactly it. I think it does. So therefore, I think the public has spoken, right? So I think you've got these privacy issues, but it seems like everybody has got a privacy issue unless it involves them. And what I mean by that is it's okay, we're going to allow a lot of different things to happen. So, to me, that's where the model is going. So, and that's why the stock price has actually moved up since then. I think people have come to the conclusion, look, that's how it's going to be, and we agree with that.
Mark, let's talk a little bit more about your energy play. I mean, this was a play on the power companies that had gotten into some trouble at the time. Again, we talked a little bit about that, but if you're looking for the next thing like that, what would it be?
Well, I think for us there, you still have that opportunity.
Really?
Right? And you do, and the reason is because you still have too much debt, so you've got to restructure that debt. Although oil prices have moved up a lot from when we started investing, and we've done well on the oil services investments on the power side, natural gas prices haven't moved up as much. So you've got a number of those companies that are doing restructurings. We're buying that debt, and we think that's the next opportunity over the course of the next year.
When you talk about oil services, Heidi Heitkamp brought up yesterday in the conversations with Jay Powell that energy companies in her state have been suffering because of the higher tariffs on steel and aluminum already. Do you see that? Does that play out in other areas where you see issues like this, or do you think that this is just too soon to really jump in on any of it?
I think it's a bit early, at least for us, because the one big thing on the tariffs is how long are they going to last?
Right.
Right. So it seems like right now you've got a bit of a trade war going on, but I don't know if that could stop tomorrow, if it could stop next week. It seems like the market believes it's really not going to last.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.